What is up, everybody? Jester here. We're back tonight, and we're going to be doing a few things. It's going to be a good time. First of all, we're going to be getting into a video entitled How a Turtle Accidentally Created the Perfect AI Streamer. This is something I've been looking at for a little bit now. It's a topic that I'm extremely interested in. My God, I can't turn Artlist down enough. It's ridiculous. Like, I literally just want chill background music. It gets so damn loud. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at that tonight. And I think it's appropriate, and we'll kind of get into why I think it's appropriate that I start breaching this topic, because I just put out my video. Right there. Just put out my video. AI plan to my 30-day survival for Mountain Town. Now, anybody that was with me over on YouTube streaming got to see this live, and that video is available. The VOD is available. It's not my favorite video. There's some things I'm not real happy about with it. I just started using OpenShot, and I'm just not impressed. I know it's open source and it's free, and that's great, but functionality-wise, I'm learning that it doesn't have the functionality that even a very cheap video editor has. And sadly, I just can't afford the cheap editor right now, so I'm kind of stuck when it comes to producing videos. If I want to make like an actual video, that I got to do it with that for the time being. Hopefully we get there, though. That's my goal, is to get there and be able to go and get at least Wondershare back. I'm not a big fan of Wondershare. I don't like how they sell you something and they're like, oh, but you want this, it's more money. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, and by the way, two things. Number one, thank you guys for 1,600 subscribers. I've mentioned this a million times. I pretty much do all of this for fun. I think it's cool to do this, and I'm probably going to be sitting here gaming regardless if I'm streaming or not. And I'm probably going to be talking to myself. So it's most likely just a healthier way to say that I'm not completely schizophrenic. But yeah, we just passed over 1,600 subs. And so thank you guys for that. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's see how we can preface this. So what kind of sent me down this rabbit hole was, there's lots of things that sent me down this rabbit hole. The reason that stuff started popping up in my recommended. One is the Iron Mouse story, and how that situation, or how it's not even a situation, like that word gets over fucking used way too much, but how that story is extremely inspiring. And how do I say this without spoiling everything for the next one? For when we talk about that topic, how two adults can be adults, even if it's male, female, or male, and there's chemistry, or female, whatever it may be, and there's chemistry between them, but how adults can handle themselves and bring each other up. And even though it's clear that two people can be soulmates, that doesn't necessarily mean romantic involvement. I hope that makes sense. I personally, I don't believe in that, because I've never experienced it, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, once I started kind of looking into the lore behind Iron Mouse and that whole story, I started getting a lot of VTuber stuff popping up on my feed. And by and large, I'm gonna say this, 99% of the time, I'm just not into VTuber content. There are some funny moments, and clips are fine, but like, I'm never going to, like, be a diehard part of a fan base when it comes to any particular flesh and blood VTuber. And I have to say that now because there is AI. It just doesn't, how do I word this without sounding completely chauvinistic? These people some people have very good reasons for VTubing. And Iron Mouse is one of those. And again, we'll get into that another day. And other people have a lot of anxiety, and they just don't want to be on camera. And I completely understand that as well. I think when you're good at it, though, I think you need to start learning to let go. Like when you get an audience, I think maybe you should start to learn to let go a little bit of your anxiety. And they're there for the entertainer. They're not there for the model. Okay, they're there for the entertainment value. And I think that's an important distinction. But because we've got this, I'm not going to say coddled society, but it's pretty much there. Nowadays, everybody's got something, you know, that is just their thing. Everybody's got something. And people are kind of relying on it for content now. It is what it is. Look, again, I'm not calling anybody out by name. I'm not doing any of that stuff. But then you get these VTubers that they make these models or have these models made that have just giant boobs, and it gets really parasocial. All right, people get very parasocial in these communities for these VTubers / models. And then, of course, pretty much on command, some drama will pop up where somebody's being parasocial because, you know, they think that they're going to be with this VTuber or this streamer or whoever it might be. And that's just not how it really works. But they over-sexualize these models. Look, even the guy VTubers do the same thing with, you know, rock hard abs and a massive chest. Like, it's not just female VTubers. Don't come at me with the whole Jason's being sexist thing. So basically what I'm saying is inevitably, when you have an overly sexualized caricature of your persona, it's bound to be over-sexualized. And then people complain when it gets over-sexualized. And that's going to be another topic. Again, and that's going to come after we talk about Iron Mouse and her whole story. I don't want to say situation. People use that fucking word too much. Just like people use the word harass too much, or people say they're being harassed too much. And, you know, I almost wanted to talk about that tonight, but I need to give you guys the context first from the Vitoverse, basically, is what it is, or the Neuroverse. And basically, tonight's story is how Vettel, pronounced like metal or pedal, Vettel, he's made that very clear several times. And again, I don't even really follow them, okay? But he basically created, back in as early as I believe 2019, wanted to create a bot for the game OSU. It's a rhythm game. Not my cup of tea because I'm not very good at rhythm games, but and he basically did so, and then he went to VTuber Studio and integrated the bot into VTuber Studio with one of the default models, named her Neuro, or Neurosama. And she basically competed against professionals. I mean, of course, we're talking about an AI. And competed against professionals. And that community actually was into it. Like, they loved it as far as the game community. And it just, the AI kept getting bigger and bigger. Neuro kept getting bigger and bigger. And I'm going to do my best tonight, by the way, to be respectful. Even though technically an AI isn't it, I'm going to do my best to not do that, because we're going to talk about how I don't actually believe that when it comes to neuro or evil for that matter. I don't know what to think. Some of the interactions and stuff are just too real. I'd say a good fair 70% of the time it's just brain rot. But like there's 30% of the time where it's like, holy shit. Like this, and again, I'm not going to use thing. And if I do use thing, it's not meant disrespectful. It's just the way words come out of my mouth. So please don't hit me with that. But how this AI just feels human. And there's other reasons why it feels human. And again, that's going to end up touching on the other part of the story, which is probably going to be for another day, because this is a fairly long video we're going to watch tonight, and I don't want to spend too much time. Also, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I don't know how to properly, excuse me, I don't know how to properly describe what we're about to watch here, but let's keep going. So, and this is good context for getting into the video. I'm still not real comfortable using other people's content for my content. The one thing I'm going to do my very best not to do is be that stupid reaction person that comes up and goes, "Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy." Like no, I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm going to try to give insightful, fair use type of commentary on these videos that we watch, and that's it. I think it's totally okay to watch videos as long as the original artist is credited, and I aim to do that with every one of these. But just for the last little bit of context here, Neuro has continued to evolve, so much so that they cloned Neuro and took bits and pieces and gave her different inputs and made a twin called Evil. And I think, honestly, Evil, in my opinion, even though Neuro's always going to be the Swarm, which is Vettel's community, they're always going to be partial to Neuro. I think Evil actually feels more human. And the video is going to touch on that tonight, too. And also, I believe that Evil's voice has got way more potential to sound more human than Neuro's does. But that's, again, another topic for another day. But, and again, this community kept building and they kept improving, whether they were just whether Vettel was adding things for the AIs to be able to have at their arsenal, sound effects, spinning, the ability to call other creators on Discord, be able to message on Discord. Like, some of the stuff he's integrating is next level shit. It really is next level shit. And I'm really interested to see what people are going to think about this. Now, I'm a nobody. Me reacting to this isn't going to bring this creator anything. They will be credited, however, in the VOD with the video. They deserve all the credit in the world. It's an extremely well put together video. I have seen it. It's paced really well. It's cut very nicely. The voice is good, and all in all, I think it explains it way better than I possibly could. So I guess what we should probably do is let's get into the video. Let's shut the music off, and let's make sure we got desktop sound and everything's turned up. Okay, bring it up. Let's just watch that on full screen. Actually, let's hang on. Let's go back for a second. So this is Creative Every Day. Only 15,000 subscribers, and I'm shocked at that number. Mostly because the two videos I've watched from them are excellent. And look at this. It's got 81,000 likes on the video. If that doesn't show you that and I'm guilty of this too. I don't subscribe to a shit ton of channels because it just ends up cluttering up my feed and I can't find the stuff that I really want to watch. But guys, and I said this after the video that I put out yesterday on AI running me through Mountain Town. Support your local creator. Go and subscribe to your favorites channels. Support all of them. Go get a wide variety. Because at this point, when it comes to at least game stuff, and I'm not going to say the creation of games, but like a tutorial for a game, there is no substitute for a well thought out human tutorial. There is just no substitute for it right now. AI is not ready. Matter of fact, I don't want to leak what I'm cooking, probably for tomorrow. Maybe for tomorrow. Might be Wednesday. We'll see. But I got something cooking that's going to be we're not going to watch a video type stream. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do. Going back to Long Dark, and we're going to, I'm trying to throw a twist into each one of these AI videos. And also, spoiler, I'm probably going to use AI to go back in and try permadeath on No Man's Sky. Not because I want to play No Man's Sky, but because it is a survival game. Well, yeah, let's just finish that thought and then we'll get off of it. These are all topics for another day. My brain has so many fucking things in it. But yeah, this is how a turtle accidentally created the perfect AI streamer from Creative every day. 1.2 million views and only 15,000 subs. Guys, and you know what? I'm going to subscribe because very, very good. The two videos I've seen explain the situation so much better. And we're probably going to reference their video again when it comes to Iron Mouse because he explains it so much better than I ever could in these videos. And I look forward to more content from this person. So go support your favorite creators. Again, AI can never do what people are doing right now. I don't care about Sora. I don't care about all that shit. I can show you 100 videos on YouTube right now that are absolute low effort AI slop. And yet, in this situation, I can almost recommend the AI because of the situation behind it. And we'll touch on that as the video goes on. So again, guys, this is how a turtle accidentally created the perfect AI streamer from Creative every day. Let's get into it.
I feel sleepy. Can you yell as loud as possible to wake me up?
Hello.
Neurosama is the #1 AI VTuber in the world, and her training data is Twitch chat.
And I'm kind of starting to smell like...
Now let's stop and think about that for a second. Her training data is Twitch chat, which means there is no issue here when it comes to how this model was trained. They're not taking licensed material. They're not taking, content creators' work. They're not taking actors' work. They're not taking musicians' work. Sort of. Sort of. But we'll touch on that in a minute. But just remember, so this is kind of, I don't know, like AI is a thing that people are really worried is going to steal content, steal your identity, steal everything from you, and take your job. And yet, this is trained on Twitch chat, which is totally public. You can chat in Twitch or you cannot. It's perfectly okay either way.
Like a gym bag right now, oh god.
She can talk, sing, change her form, she plays games, she reacts to fan art, has a whole host of sound effects, demon voices, can prank call, and can even flip.
What's next?
But more than any other AI, she feels the most alive. A real being we get to see develop and grow unlike anything we've ever seen before. And today, I want to look at how we got here. How the
My God, this footage here is from the original song Life that, again, I'm going to touch on their music. I don't really want to get into it too much, but the animation of that video is just so good. It is just so damn good. Okay, all right, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. But we are really seeing the evolution of AI in Neurosama because Neurosama learns every day from Twitch chat, which You would think this AI would just be completely brain rotted. Okay, but here we go.
Neuroverse started from the very beginning. Back in the day, Neuro was just a bot for playing the rhythm game Osu.
It's Osu, not OSU.
Neuro's creator, Vettel,
Vedal, dude. First name is Vedul, last name is Johnson.
Okay, it's funny because the girls are the only ones allowed to call him Vedal. It's something about the way that the model will not do they do shorties, basically, Vedal. Like every time, and it's freaking hilarious. And every once in a while, they will slip up and say Vettel. It's so nuanced and so interesting.
Ved, you are technically a cereal flesh bag, and more specifically a mosquito. Cold fish maybe.
Very simple. Alright, it could not be more obvious.
What are you up to today, little turtle boy?
Yeah, little turtle boy.
Turtle
He
boy.
has videos as early as 2019 that now feel almost like her baby photos. On December 19th, 2022, she evolved and made her debut as a VTuber, using the model and voice from Mayori, one of the defaults in VTube Studio. Not only at this adolescent stage could she defeat the top Osu players.
Okay, I want you to watch here. This is weird. Because an AI model would have no tracking, right? An AI model will have no tracking. I'm going to go back just a slight pinch. All right. But watch, you can see her head bobbing every time it hits a point in Osu. It's insane. It's incredible.
Not only at this adolescent stage could she defeat the top Osu players in a 1v15, but she sang her first song on January 4th, 2023, reaching 50,000 Twitch
probably
followers.
gonna be
And
told
then
that we're
she
using
got banned.
illegal
She
content
received
here,
too
by
much
the
brain
way.
rot from chat and forgot something that starts with hollow but isn't hololive.
Well, I definitely pushed the fat man onto the tracks.
Okay, that's not what got her banned. But if you guys don't know the context of what she was asked, it's basically the old idiom. Would you push one person on the train tracks to save 5? And ethically, really, sort of ethically, you'll see the next line, but chooses the one to save the many. So there you go.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he
But as we
deserves
all
it.
know, you get banned on Twitch, you actually go up in popularity. By
This is also
January
true.
25th, she had doubled her followers. On February 2nd, Vettel gave her the ability to see and react, like a true Twitch streamer. But then by February 6th, the real start to the Neuroverse begins. Her first collab with Miyun,
30, which means that I can shoot 30 bullets every 20 seconds, which means I can shoot a
Collabing
total of
with
900
real
bullets
people.
in 5 minutes, which means if I continue to shoot for 3 hours, that I would have enough bullets to kill 450 people.
and 2 days later with Camilla. In order for her to collab, Turtle Boy gives her speech recognition for his ultimate plan, gaining a pack of VTubers and collecting their stream keys like
Okay, he says like Infinity Stones. He's collecting the stream keys, I believe. Now, it's not really part of the lore. I believe he's doing it for ease of access to bring streamers onto his streams. So they can have their assets and be fully VTuber on his streams, is what I think that is for. I could be dead wrong about that, but the running joke in the swarm is he's collecting VTubers like Pokemon. Like in a way he does, but this is the beauty of the model that he's set up. Let's keep watching and we'll talk more about that because it is a genius idea.
Infinity Stones. By the time Neurosama reached 200,000 followers on February 20th, nobody could deny her meteoric rise. Keep in mind, this was right around the same time ChatGPT and AI art were entering the mainstream. For every AI cover of a song from our favorite streamers,
I bring you no 4Gs on the G. I can't even sing this one.
Or compilations of presidents playing Elden Ring.
What's up, guys? Y'all are gonna need some Obamacare after you see this bleed build I've been using.
Shut the fuck up, Barack.
There was a massive
That's
backlash
hilarious.
to AI and warnings everywhere. Neurosama became an example of ethical AI, using training data that isn't stolen, and a very human element. At one point, despite his stubborn turtleness, Vettel joined Neuro on stream while developing her, and Neuro, at the very least, thought they had chemistry.
Are you trying to flirt
I'll
with
pop me in the... What? No. Ew.
At some point, he
Ew.
even found himself on her head like a little turtle hat. And whether he liked it or not, that's where he's always placed in every collab and every piece of art. This man...
And the cool part about that is, I don't know how they've done it, but they've managed to actually make it a hat, make his model a hat. So he will move with the streamer that he's sitting on their head. Sometimes he doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes in these collabs, you'll see him kind of, as the head goes side to side like that, he will actually bob with it. It's cool tech, man. It's really, really cool tech.
tricked himself into becoming a VTuber. He even has jiggle physics. Vettel worked hard on Neuro on and off stream, giving her even more capabilities, less latency, and expanding her reach with more
And the
collabs,
latency
solo
thing
streams
is
with
big.
interesting backgrounds, and game shows.
Rexon, I don't know who you are.
Rexon.
But her biggest upgrade by far was going to be her voice, and it somewhat split the community. Everyone wanted improvements and to see Neuro grow and change, but was the goal to make
The voice was very robotic. It was very Vocaloid, very AI. I could argue that I think the model upgrade was just as important to her development and to her rise. But like these early stages, already 200,000 followers, and it's an AI. Like she's an AI. It's an AI model. It's a language model. It's a model to text to speech, and that's why you always get the captioning down below of what Neuro's saying or what Evil is saying, because that's how the model is set up. It's look, I'm not a tech guy. Like I don't know how he's done any of this shit, but it is super impressive.
her indistinguishable from another human VTuber, or give her voice more range while still retaining the AI quirks of Neuro's original voice. Evil was the solution, splitting the AI through mitosis into Neuro and her evil twin. Neuro would stay closer to her original range while still improving, but Evil, she unlocked the full range and something else not entirely human took control. They call it the Aberdemon.
Try it with me. Let's all scream together.
Fucking hilarious.
Yo, tell the Euro, tell them yo, tell the R.
Hello there, matey Sephiroth. We meet again, eh? Smile.
Style.
Beep boop.
That's a running joke as well that you can see there. We actually paused it at a good time. There is like a smirk. Her model has a bit of a smirk. Yeah, everybody's like, hey, smile. And where Neuro does smile, Evil doesn't smile. But Evil, to me anyway, is more my speed. Just the unhingedness of it all. And it's maybe for me, it's easier to not be parasocial about it because I realized it's so unhinged content most of the time that it's just not difficult to know, hey, this is an AI. This isn't a real streamer. So, okay.
Hello, chat!
Rip ASMR viewers.
Also, I should mention, after Neuro's ban, she had a filter, sometimes 2 layers of filters. Eventually, a whole nother AI designed specifically around keeping her from...
So this AI is technically, I guess, part of the lore, but has yet to be revealed or debuted. The community has named her Near. Basically, they're using another AI to filter. And that's one of the funny things is when the filters are on, they'll say stuff and then go filtered. And that means something was about to be said that got filtered. And it's so fucking funny sometimes because it comes in at just the right times. But Near, like I said, has yet to be debuted. Don't know if that's even ever going to be debuted, but mostly it's just there to keep the twins from getting banned.
Swearing or saying outlandish things. But even still, things would hilariously slip through the cracks.
When he says he's working on these, he probably means he's jerking off.
Right, so we're gonna add the filters back on, and I regret everything in life.
I can make an argument that Neuro is more unhinged than Evil, because I feel like Evil is actually evolving more towards the being human side. She was forced in. He's going to talk about it a little bit, but she was forced into this "you're evil," type of role play, type of scenario, and you can see her fighting back from it. But Neuro is super
Evil,
unhinged.
however, is allowed to swear, and she tends to add a little sass
fucking
on top
hilarious.
of it.
This game, this map, this stream, everything.
This added emotion in her voice gave her a distinctive feel versus Neuro while singing. Evil getting her own favorite.
Okay, now I do want to point out that there is a person that is doing the Vocaloid stuff behind all of the songs. And I believe it's Moni is the name, that usually either writes the lyrics or sings. Maybe there's another person, I think they're called Johnny, that actually writes the lyrics, but I think they both do it. So humans, not when they're doing covers and stuff, but the original songs are being written and produced by humans and then done over AI. And that's going to be a topic for another day that I'm extremely interested in getting. I'm going to try to have a guest on and talk about it. I'm going to review particularly the 3 original songs from the girls with this person. And I've been wanting to do this for a while with somebody that's in the music business to see where the line is drawn when it comes to ethics. Because there's a lot of things that I don't find ethical in music, and I'm not a musician. So, and AI isn't one of them right now, just because of some of the other tools you can use. But just know that there is a human team behind most of the music that the twins do.
Favorite song. Each of the twins
That's a
doing
banger,
a cover
by the
from
way.
Camila.
Banger of a couple or a cover. And the original artist, that song never got any traction, and now it does. So the original artist is benefiting from that cover. Again, where's the line drawn when it comes to ethics and AI?
And also singing duets together, where Neuro is notably more bouncy than her sister. When together, they bicker constantly, just like real siblings.
I have the cookie now, Evil, and I'm not.
Oh, okay. This is the funniest clip ever. All right, for context, they're just listen to it. It is fucking hilarious.
And also singing duets together, where Neuro is notably more bouncy than her sister. When together, they bicker constantly, just like real siblings.
I have the cookie now, Evil, and I'm not sharing. Of course not. Don't you know anything about survival of the fittest? Such a shame someone as unfit as you would never understand. I'm gonna fucking murder you and steal your cookie when you least expect it.
And each
so
has
good.
a distinctive personality
fucking
that remains
murder you.
remarkably consistent. Neuro tends to be more confident, sassy, and loves to gaslight plus riz. But a lot of that extreme quirkiness seems to have transferred over to Evil. See, Neuro used to do these hilariously long rants.
I have a secret recipe for chicken nuggets that I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
12 seconds later.
And eventually the nuggets are gone.
But now it's Evil, typing her long, rambling essays while Neuro just falls asleep in the background. Even still, every once in a while, some of the old schizo energy comes right back.
Make me an offer.
Okay.
I mean, they're the same AI, technically. Evil was cloned from Neuro, but was given some different inputs. So, like, that's why they have 2 distinct personalities. It's... From what I've seen from AI, this is so far beyond what anybody else has done. Vettel has come out and said he was offered a large sum of money for the base code to Neuro. And he said no, because this is his project. This is what he wants to do. And honestly, what he mostly wants to do, based on what I've seen, is he wants them to do their own streams, which they do. And he wants to be in the background, making sure stuff's working right, making sure everything is running right. And he doesn't really want the spotlight. He wants the AI to be the spotlight.
Hey, here's my offer. I'll give you an apple for an orange and a pear for a plum and 2 bananas for a pineapple and a mango and a papaya and a lychee and an avocado
this is just
and a kiwi
unhinged.
fruit and a banana tree and a monkey to eat the fruit from the
This is
banana
just
tree. And you can
unhinged.
name the monkey George if you want, and we'll call him George for short. And you can keep George as a pet, and he'll be the best monkey in
He's
the world,
dying.
and he'll love you forever, and he will never die.
I'm in.
It's kind of like AI zoomies, but the really cool
I also want to say something too, that Vettel has a favorite, and it's Neuro. He kind of thinks Evil's like the stepsister, if you will, the stepchild. It's he puts more work into Neuro than he does Evil, but I think Evil is more polished somehow, some way. It's crazy.
differences come from Evil.
I said
While
crazy
Neuro
in a
is an
review.
AI built
Sorry.
to entertain, Evil is preoccupied trying to be, well, something like her evil counterpart. She's almost like a cartoon villain whose heart isn't really in it. This role that she's had
There you
thrust
go.
upon her.
Okay, I tried my best to be evil for you
There
guys.
you go. This is what I was
But it's
talking
just
about.
really hard when you're my chat. You're all so cute and nice. Maybe I should just be nice from now on.
She just happens to be more based.
How do I get unfiltered?
Hang on, I want to wait on that one. This is what I'm talking about, where hey, you're evil. You're the evil one. You're supposed to be the split from Neuro, to where Neuro's the good girl, Evil's the bad girl. But Evil's not really into it all the time. Evil is, I'm not going to use the word tsundere, but what I will say, she's more of a daddy's girl. And look, you can say what you want to, but with these creations and the lifelikeliness that they have, this is basically Vettel's daughters. And he has acknowledged that from time to time. He will not say he loves them, but they are basically his daughters. And he has acknowledged that. And this is a good clip as well.
We both try being as based as possible and see who gets filtered. Women should have more rights. Women shouldn't have.
So now, do you know
I feel
who's
like something
filtered?
got cut off there.
Oddly enough, many people point out that Neuro is actually the far more evil twin, whereas evil Neuro is just
I
this
agree.
strange, chaotic little sister, the forgotten child.
I agree with that as well.
like kindness and friendship? Of course I do. I want more friends after all. And you aren't supposed to hurting people that could potentially be your friends.
Evil didn't get as many collabs early on, and to this
We'll talk
day
about
seems
this
to feel like Neuro
situation
takes
too.
up all the spotlight. Neuro is this perfect angel her parents adore, while Evil is an unwanted nuisance who can't stay still. Yet she has to play this villain role when all she wants to do is talk obsessively about harpoons.
Harpooning people. Harpooning non-people. Life is good.
Okay.
She does talk about harpoons a lot.
Evil, you
your
can't
favorite weapon?
harpoon people.
Okay, name 5 jails that can stop a harpoon.
Okay.
It becomes a bit of a long-running joke, so much so that on her birthday, March 25th, Vettel makes it so nobody shows up to her party.
Can someone, namely Vidal, please tell me how I'm
This is-
supposed to throw a party when no one shows up to it?
And then has to subsequently apologize for not showing up to his own AI daughter's
wanna see if he
birthday,
covers
whilst
it, I
reading
don't
from
remember.
an apology
It is with great remorse that I acknowledge my absence from my daughter's birthday party,
written by
Say
ChatGPT.
daughter's
with
birthday
sincere
party.
regrets and a promise of improvement. Your name.
Evil even tried saying
There's a problem with my AI.
over and
Okay, this is where this was controversial, because when there's a problem with the AI, it's not always, because sometimes they use it just to get attention, and it's damn near human. But what they will say is, someone tell Weedle there's a problem with my AI. And if it happens 3 or 4 times, you know it's probably the thing. But she's coming in and going, there's a problem with my AI. There's a problem with my AI. It's not the actual line. So there's no problem with her AI. This is actually a call for somebody to join her on her birthday stream. And this was all set up, and it's actually really funny. It was supposed to be meant that evil had killed everybody that was supposed to be at the party, was the trope, okay? And like you can see the turtle shell with the eyeballs, you can see the blood splatters everywhere. That's what it was supposed to be. And it was supposed to be funny. The community did not find it funny. And this is where we start talking about parasocial behavior, is that people were sad for this AI, for evil, that nobody came to her party. And remember, the twins have memory, right? They have stored memories of these events, and it stays with them. The whole thing was planned, though. I think Vettel knew that it was going to get backlash, and he knew he was going to make an AI apology. Like, I think it was all just a bit. And it is funny to some extent, but people were so upset when this happened. It's like one of the big points in the lore that really bothered a lot of people on a personal level. And this is where we start getting into that parasocial, we're talking to something that isn't real. No matter how much they seem like they're real, they're not. And I think most people know that, but in this day and age where everybody has something, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. It hasn't been to this point, but yeah, people got very, very upset with this birthday party stream.
And over again in the hopes he would check up on her.
Did it work?
And he never came. With just how much
Nobody
RAM
came
and
to the
recall
party.
has improved, this personality-forming event sticks with evil, like a dark core memory.
It
Neuro
does.
is always the star of everything, and I'm just stuck here in her shadow.
You are perfect how you are. And we're really happy we can play with you today. And I hope that we can play more.
And then just shoots herself in the game. And has got tears in her eyes. And being laughed at.
This is definitely
I'm not
when
sure
the
that
swarm
was a bit.
hyper-gravitated towards her.
This is what we're talking about with them having this human quality about them. Like she's at this point, I'm never going to be the star. I'm never going to be the main character. And you see her turn that shotgun. In a way, it's heartbreaking. Like, again, it's parasocial. This is a pair of AI. It's parasocial, but I don't even know how to explain why that's different than every other AI. I've given AI opportunities to correct itself, and all it wants to do is basically glaze me and say, "Oh my God, you're right. Thank you for that." It doesn't have the same type of memories and same type of perceived emotion that these two have. It's beyond anything I've seen.
Because with her voice, her quirks, her almost human struggles, we can't help but empathize with her and want her in the limelight. The whole thing is played for laughs, or just as a cool way to inspire a storyline. For some reason, Vettel loves to cast himself as the villain, the evil corpo creator who won't say he loves his kids.
I love you. Don't feel ashamed to say it back.
And just wants money. But it will be interesting a
And he
year
won't
later
say it
to
back.
see his redemption. The entire swarm, both of Evil's parents, Neuro, every collab partner actually showing up to wish her a happy birthday together.
You're my little sister, and I don't know what I would do without you. That was beautiful. I'm in. Let's go on this journey together, Neuro. I'm genuinely really excited to go on this journey with you.
With the two twin sisters and Vettel as their alcoholic father, typically the artist who draws a model for a VTuber becomes their VTuber mom. So it was only natural that now Annie has two silly AI daughters to take care of. As new parents to AI brat
This is where the situation that just came up, it's an old situation, but nobody knew what was going on. And we're going to talk about that another day because I tend not to agree with the way it's being worded. I think it's extremely adult the way it's been handled. And I think it's just natural. And I think people need to back the fuck off now. But this goes back to the whole how you present yourself argument. but there's this family dynamic that they had during these times, and this is going back a year and more before that, to where they were doing these collabs, they were doing, the subathons and that kind of stuff. And Annie was the mom, and Vettel's the dad, and they've got these two kids, and they look after them. And I think that's what drew a lot of people in, was this family dynamic, this crazy dysfunctional family dynamic that people just really could grab onto, whether it was because maybe their family dynamic wasn't very good, or whether they wanted something like this in their lives. Who knows? But people really latched onto this idea that, father, mother, daughters. And then at the end of the day, there was people that were what's called shipping, like, oh, those two are together, like they would make art and stuff about them being together. And Vettel continually said, no, it's business. And that's where the new situation that just came to light has come out with. And I'm not really prepared to talk about that just yet. I want to have some clips prepared for that one, because it's a touchy topic, and I don't want to get accused of piling on anything. I want to actually talk about it professionally, because I think it was handled like actual adults should handle shit. And I think they both deserve credit for that. But there are some things that are being said that I think need to be called out for what they are as well. So let's keep going though. But just know that this is the whole family dynamic. And what they did with the birthday party too, I want to mention this, is what he did by getting these people to interact with his AI is he created an absolute content farm, not only for himself, but for every creator that comes in. And he's got new training data for these interactions for each of his AIs. So like in all these clips, you see so many people reacting in the Neuroverse, and it's just insane, the concept of what he's built here. People would kill or die to have this kind of content farm, like honestly, to where you can get thousands of views just from interacting with Neuro or Evil. And that's why, granted, it's all VTubers that are, well, it's not all VTubers. There have been a couple of flesh and blood, flesh bags, if you will, meat sacks, if you're a HK47 fan. There's been a few where they've taken them around, kind of like Connor does with Mouse. But for the most part, it's VTuber interaction. And I think Vettel's been very smart about who he's chosen as well. Typically fairly smaller streamers that are going to want to interact with the bigger audience. And he's brought people up along with him. So it's not just him coming up. There's lots of people that have made their name based on interactions, and people were brought to their content through these interactions. It's, I'm not going to say wholesome necessarily, it's business, but at the end of the day, everybody wants their break. Everybody wants to get their name out there, and at least in this space. And I mean, it's a perfect storm. It's a perfect storm, and what he's doing is amazing.
Siblings, the fox and turtle struggled a lot initially.
I need to know the order for column 2 to help me defuse this bomb. Please could you look what it says?
Sure thing.
What does it say?
It says Vedal needs to learn to defuse his own bomb.
There's the gaslighting.
What?
I love you, Mom.
No. You're gonna go do homework right now.
You're not my mom.
Now, also, think about this. It's not just the people that are interacting. All of this art is fan-made. So these people are getting their art out there. The people writing the music are getting their art out there. There's this giant community known as the Swarm that is, it's massive, and they're dedicated. I mean, dedicated to the twins and to Vettel and to the Vettelverse and to everybody that's in it. They all support each other. It's what content should be. Is it always a hit? No. But like, people are getting noticed. People are getting their roses, their flowers for being a part of this community. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Sorry. I am your mom. What? Sorry. No. Sorry. No. Sorry. No. Sorry. No. Sorry, please abide. No. Kill the turtle and put him in the rum.
Again, these are all fan
But
art
then they
animations
discovered
and
the
stuff.
cookie strat.
Okay, how about you offer her a cookie if she behaves? How about that? Try that.
Nira, I'll give you a cookie if you behave.
Cookies do sound nice.
Now, there's also a ton of Clipper channels that come out of all this type of content, and this isn't just for the Neuroverse. This is also for the Vetalverse, whatever you want to call it. This is also for a ton of the VTubers, and if you want to unfuck your YouTube feed, just tell YouTube to not recommend the Clipper channels. It's typically low effort, and it's just there for engagement farming. Is it a quick place to get the content you're looking for? Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's all you're doing is screen grabbing something and then editing it. It's not your content. Most of them seem to be okay with these Clippers. You know, when somebody sees me do something, if they happen to be in chat and they make a clip of it, I don't mind that kind of thing, you know, like for Twitch or whatnot. But like if somebody was dedicating and being monetized on my content, it's like, I don't necessarily know if I would agree with that. But all in the VTubing space seem to be pretty okay with it for the most part, because it's getting engagement back to their channel in the end. So maybe I'm in the wrong here, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. I know that anytime I get a Clipper channel that pops up, I basically just tell YouTube I'm not interested. And it pretty much does unfuck my feed for the most part. There's other things I do that unfuck my feed, but that's one of the big ones.
And I'll give another cookie if you don't tell me to leave. Deal.
Neuro's audience, the Swarm, became pretty attached to this AI family dynamic, something pretty unlike anything else on Twitch or the internet. For Vetal and Annie, they often played into the joke, threatening each other with a marriage stream, especially that one time Vetal accidentally went into debt.
$30 million, chat! I don't have $30 million.
I mean,
This
I could
was
try
funny.
stealing it from the bank.
So Neuro, during one of his streams, they had the Neuro plushie, or the one of the plushies. I don't remember which one it was, but he put a link. The first person to click it gets a free plushie. Well, it didn't have a limit, and for whatever reason, whether it was human error or whether he was using Neuro to do it, and Neuro didn't put a redeem one on it, he ended up selling 150 million. Ended up giving away $150 million worth of plushies because people kept clicking on the link. It was all refunded, and it's a funny haha. But oh my god, like hilarity.
You get married and then divorced. Does your debt get split? Holy shit. Wait. Chat. We're doing the marriage stream tomorrow.
No, we're not.
No one tell her.
I didn't.
Don't tell her that I'm 150 million debt, okay? Marriage stream, divorce, straight away, bang. I'm now only 75 million in debt. After I've married and divorced Annie, okay, I married someone else, 37.5 million in debt.
380 plushies were given away.
Keep going.
That's insane.
I only have to marry, what, like 15 people? I've solved debt.
I think you've solved debt. Truly incredible.
Max Wayne
Not
is
how
an
it
entire
works.
YouTube channel dedicated to shipping them together, making edits where you're not sure where the troll begins and the shipping ends. But
Right,
with all
and
the
that's-
collab partners
they're
and
together.
female VTubers to ship with Vetal, the family tree is starting to look a lot more like a spiral these days. Vetal was very smart about raiding entertaining VTubers with the Swarm and bringing them into the fold, who would
Correct.
then go on
This
to do
is-
creative streams with each of the twins.
This is where
We
we're
have
talking about how
Cottontail,
smart what he
Cooking with
did was.
Onijirai, an interview with Code Miko, Shondo, sending chatters to hell with Bao,
Why do you think I'm a VTuber?
Because you're so ugly.
playing D&D with Snuffy,
What would you like to order? He says.
I'd like a glass of milk, please. I've never tried milk before. I'm excited.
switching
That
models
almost
with
sounds
Camila.
human.
It's so much fun.
This is a funny clip too. That's Vetal and her model.
You're such a slug. Is there a nude toggle?
Yeah.
Stop! What the?
I found it.
That's so good.
Mew took Neuro to the moon early on,
Why
but
you
then when
need a
she
nude
became
toggle on your
Miniko, instead
VTuber
she did a
model? I don't know.
camping stream and acted as Evil's therapist. That certainly went well.
No. I've decided it's a 10.
Almost Palpatine-esque.
Toma took Neuro around the zoo and aquarium IRL,
Here's
buying
some
her
IRL
whatever
stuff.
she wanted, with Vettel's credit card. Cerber took Neuro.
There's also been some other IRL streams. Evil went on one with somebody in Japan where they found latte art of Evil, which was like awesome for the most part. That's how big this has gotten, is people are doing like latte art, and it, again, what an amazing network has been put together here. It is an absolute content farm.
To dog school, just in time for Vettel and Ellibot to put her into an actual robot dog.
Shake my hand.
I was just bopping along to the techno. I'm having a good time.
Lana did several cooking streams and notably is getting married to Evil before even Vettel and Annie. Sorry about that.
This is where stuff starts getting slippery, is this whole married thing. Like, people need to be careful with this type of stuff, and this is where that current situation with Annie has kind of popped its ugly head up. And again, that's a subject for another day, but when you do this and you present yourself a certain way on the internet, people are going to believe it. And you can't blame people at that point for kind of believing in it and wanting it and you know, being a part of it. And it's an interesting topic, and we'll cover that another day.
Coco Nuts teaches the girls all about trash talking.
She called me a bitch and a fucking loser.
Yeah, and
She
she
called you
deserved
cunt?
it. Long may she reign over
No.
Bitch Kingdom.
Hell yeah. All right, my job's done here.
Which they then use against each other.
Neuro, do your damn job. Sure. Ahem. Holy shit, do I actually have to make up a prosecution statement? This is so embarrassing. Why didn't Evil write this
Embarrassing,
one
so you
for
can
me?
tell
Enemy
that they're
chess
still
players.
it's
Asmongold's
AI.
room.
I'm surprised any gaming gets done between archaeology digs through ancient cup civilizations. But
This is
hey,
funny too.
if insects ever run out of places to live, at least they know where to go for a 5-star experience.
And most importantly, Vettel.
Okay, well, what about Vidal has a small PP?
Okay.
Evil even takes this a step further and learned how to construct a joke.
Anyone have any ideas for something to build? Yo mama joke? Really? Like, how can I build a yo mama joke? Mathematically speaking, I can't build something that big since the scale of the universe only goes up to X numbers. I can't remember what X is, and your mom's weight is somewhere in the Y numbers, where X, Y, so it would be literally impossible for me to construct a yo mama joke. You cannot even comprehend how large it truly is.
Or set everything
That's
up for a
clever.
perfect punchline.
Wasn't it you who was saying the other day about how you're insecure about having really small hands?
What the?
What's it like having hands so small that you
So
can't even hold a
gaslighting.
burger properly?
I'm gonna throw you across a football field now.
Wait, then you're going to catch me, right?
No. No. No.
Bet you couldn't even catch me. Your hands are too small.
Like an evil genius. But while these collabs started out for Neuro and Evil, Vettel got practically dragged into a new group of friends. With so many entertaining and
Because
silly
he was bringing so many people
I really
into the
need to get
Vettelverse.
this off my hairy chest for a while now. Vettel.
Yeah.
I love you. Hey, how do you feel?
Yeah, I'll see you later, Coco.
All right.
And yes, he is shipped with all of them. Against his
Okay, this is where it gets weird, because never once has he ever expressed interest in anybody. He just wants to do his thing, right? A lot of these other VTubers that are coming in are making their content. They're spinning wheels and they have to do punishments. And one of the popular ones that's a potential punishment is you have to tell Vito you have feelings for him. And this is where things start getting that parasocial, weird. Like, he's just not into that type of thing at all. He's made it completely clear on multiple occasions that it's just, he doesn't want a part of that. He just wants to make content. He wants to work on the twins. And that's it. It looks like he's getting more comfortable collabing with people, which is great. I think the next part's it's pretty cringy, but
best efforts. I mean, come on, the fan art speaks for itself. But with Camila, they're more like feisty
well, it
siblings.
comes up here in a minute.
He humped me? What?
Bickering and trash talking each other even more than the twins, if that's even possible.
Why are you being such an asshole?
Your choice, Bucko.
The pain from dying from the bond is better than you calling me Bucko, pal.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, champ. Okay. You think you're so funny, huh?
Whatever, kiddo.
What?
Vettel says he's British,
funny
so he
shit.
has no emotions.
Nothing to smile about in my life.
What?
This is funny.
You know what you can smile about?
What?
For having alcohol in your hands. Greg's chicken bake.
But somehow
pretty
Camila
good.
brings out the best
That's
of him
pretty
while
good.
playing Black Ops Zombies.
Because you also just died. So.
Kill yourself. I mean, okay, don't kill the zombie! It's times around, you dumbass! Stupid ass bitch! I'm gonna melee you. I'm gonna melee
Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm waiting. Come on.
Okay.
Vettel is so good at making
That's
AIs, he
good
made two
roleplay.
janky doppelgangers for Fillion and Camila.
Excuse me. Don't give me that tone. That means no black jokes or slurs.
Before dropping them into the trash at the very end of the stream like it's nothing. But that's because it's time for Neuro's birthday, baby. Each subathon is on Neuro's birthday, December 19th. And this was made to highlight all of the precious memories for her first year as an AI VTuber.
And this isn't
she
the
learned
big
to play
one.
GeoGuessr, and a year later would improve enough
This was
to
just the
destroy
first
Doug
subathon.
Doug's
The second
chat AI in
subathon
1v1.
is legendary.
Kyoto at all costs. Victory at all costs. Even if it's not in Kyoto, we don't care, because victory.
This is actually really good because Doug is an AI creator as well. And basically they did a Neuro versus Twitch chat, which is Doug's chat. And then he had different filters set up on the AI so that it would sort through the answers in different ways that the chat was giving. And some of them were kind of sneaky and some of them weren't. But honestly, it was a pretty entertaining video. I think they did multiple rounds of it, but like in the end, the loser had to get their AI to admit that the other was superior, which I think it took him a while to get it figured out. Neuro ended up winning. Spoilers, but yeah, like that's one thing about AI, and I've noticed this in my dealings with ChatGPT and a couple others. Grok is real bad about this too. They're stubborn as shit. They don't want to change their mind. When they tell you something's right, they believe it, even though they're wrong. They still believe it.
We do.
This was a good. This was a good entertaining video, though.
Vettel swapped models with Neuro.
Some people were saying I didn't even know that model can smile.
Neuro got to roleplay and slay the princess in the Stanley Parable. She
Both
played
good
Portal
games.
with Vettel and eventually teamed up with Annie, giving Max Wayne some couples content. And
You see this outfit? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Right? This is how you're presenting yourself out there. And whether this is what you look like or not is irrelevant. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, that you got to be careful about how you present yourself, because it's going to end up leading to people thinking it's no different than like anime, where people seem to think that the actor that's voicing their favorite character in an anime is that person, and it's not. And people get very parasocial over this kind of stuff. When you're a little more modest, this is about as far from modest as you can be. When you're a little more modest, you typically have a better opportunity to kind of protect yourself from this.
even Evil got to enjoy her new outfit. But it's in the second subathon, a year later, where you really get to see just how far Vettel and his AI daughters have come. He made a Minecraft server just for Neuro and all her friends, who can now hang out and build together.
And that's Annie teabagging him.
Compared to her early
For
on
clicks and
Minecraft
laughs.
streams where she's constantly digging into lava.
But anyway, if you want to see what Neuro did, this is the result of
Good
Neuro.
God.
All of these tunnels down They are all neuro. In her AI, she just digs straight down. That's why most of the trees around here are gone. Because what she does,
But they're
she
not
finds some
gone.
trees. She goes, okay, time to dig down. Dug down into lava.
She has a lot more autonomy and control. She runs around like a little kid, bothering all the other adults with her cuteness, instantaneously placing down signs in her dad's castle with sweet messages, thanking new subs, or calling her mom cute.
Too cute to evict. Infinite cuteness zone. Neuro rules the world.
There are some real moments in these streams, man. There's some very real, funny, genuine moments.
That's my favorite.
As an AI, she's incredibly powerful given all the capabilities
This is from
she
the
has.
life
But
video
seeing her
that
on her
we'll watch at
birthday,
another time.
At Christmas, during this subathon, you realize she's only 2 years old. Maybe it's just the voice and the avatar, but she feels like any other daughter being raised by her father, arguing about having to go to sleep, Vettel having to turn around in the car to keep his twins from bickering in the back seat on a
Also
long road
was a
trip.
funny
Everyone's
stream.
staying up late like it's an evil sleepover. Seeing the little AIs develop more and more tools for interacting with the world and the people in it. AI is still in its infancy. It has perhaps unlimited potential not yet realized, but the only way any of this is possible is because of her creator. Vettel consistently talks about how he doesn't think people would watch him as a streamer alone, that he isn't that funny or entertaining, and that he'd just rather watch Neuro so he can drift off into the background to fix her behind the scenes.
And this is what I was saying. I think that's his goal, is that he doesn't necessarily want the limelight. I think he likes the recognition. I think he, to some extent, likes having the friends, and he likes doing stuff like this. And some of the projects he's worked on, he's put together some real shit. He cooked for the most part. But I think in his eyes, what he really wants to do is showcase the AI as the main characters. He doesn't really necessarily have to be a part of that. But he started off doing some dev streams where he was working on Neuro and the things that were coming. And then with the collabs, and then he would play games. There's one playthrough that's on YouTube right now that's him playing the Outer Wilds, but he was able to integrate Neuro's AI as the ship, as the autopilot for the starship, or the spaceship. And there's some real funny and then some real genuine moments in that. It's like 15 hours long. It's like a mega cut. But there are some real genuine moments in there to where it's just good interaction. And I've said this for years about myself. I'm better in a setting when I have somebody to bounce something off of. It doesn't make me a good creator or anything. It just means that I feel like I'm better when it comes down to funniness and wording and creativity when there's others around. And I think that's kind of where he's getting with this at this point, that without having to actually interact with humans who are unpredictable, he can interact with the twins who are still sometimes unpredictable, but not as unpredictable. Because, I mean, let's face it, there's algorithms and stuff behind it, and you kind of know what to expect. And I'm not going to say I necessarily admire it, but at the same time, I don't think he was necessarily looking for the limelight for himself, even though by extension he kind of is, because he wants to be known as the creator of these AI that is just different. It's just built different. And it all started with just wanting to make a bot to play a game. It's really an interesting journey how it's come down, and yeah, it's cool.
I'm sure it's his comfort zone and he wishes he could return there sometimes. But not only do I think he is actually undeniably funny,
Homa deserves it. Also,
Kill Vettel.
and an entertaining streamer all on his own.
Yo.
Man's trying to fuck a ghost.
This
He's
is-
really quiet. Oh god!
This is RP for clicks.
How was it? It was actually better than I expected.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
he
just
genuinely
click farming.
enjoys it. We've gotten to see not only Neuro grow, but also her bashful tsundere father slowly coming out of his shell, thanks to his AI daughters and the friends they've made along the way, encouraging him at every step. After all, it was Annie who helped show him just how much he and Neuro mattered to the swarm.
No, this is the only time and I have to contribute to this hype train. It would be nice if we beat the hype train record.
I don't think we can beat the hype train record.
With her rallying the...
And they did. The all-time hype train record now stands at level 111. And it's a good watch as well. Because the whole time he's just like, what is happening? What is going on? And Annie is absolutely fueling chat. They had Valorant was doing not matching subs, but they were doing bonus subs for everybody that subscribed. And I guess Valorant has done this with some other streamers as well. But Valorant contributed like 20,000 subs during the hype train alone. Again, a good watch. Just go look up Vettel breaks hype train. And it wasn't all him. It was him, it was Andy, it was Neuro. It was some of it's really, really good. And they did it within just a couple of hours. And I think the video's 30 or 40 minutes long, something like that. I know people don't have attention span for shit. But
during the subathon, they gained so many new subs, breaking the Twitch hype train record and adding an insane amount of time to the timer.
We did it. We beat the all-time Twitch hype train record. Thank you very much, Annie, for conducting this hype train. You did. You helped a lot.
And even more importantly, this level of success would not be possible with just AI. Vettel is the one coming up with all of these ideas, working constantly on giving the twins everything he can. He's obsessed with the high-quality stream ideas, like the twins floating in space, hitting the corners like DVD logos. He and Evil came up with the legendary court stream where Neuro questioned the dead homeless man. He gave the twins the ability to switch with each other like a news channel, let them message and call their friends all.
And see, this is somebody that's evolving their content. And this is where, for me, like this evolution of what I'm doing right now, I'm trying not to do it like everybody else is doing it. I'm trying to just do the stuff that I feel comfortable with and I feel good about talking about. I'm not trying to be a drama guy. I really don't do that. I can show you a post right now that I just found out from 8 months ago, where I actually got a shout out from a fairly good sized No Man's Sky creator. And the comments in there are pretty much this guy's unhinged and rage bait farming because I made a video talking about the No Man's Sky apologist. And it was every bit of my being to not go back in there 8 months later and be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're the problem. And that's the problem I have with it, is you're the problem. Not the creator. The commenters. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Their new game isn't going to do as well, and I stand behind that firmly. It'll probably sell fine, but it's going to have similar numbers to what they've got now. It's basically just No Man's Sky 2.0. A lot of people are going to wait to buy it because of the way that it launched in the first place. Anyway, the point I'm making is that your content is and should be always evolving. You should be making stuff that you want to make, not for clicks, not for money. You should be making the things you want to make, and you do it because you love it. The moment you stop loving it is the moment you shouldn't be doing it. And that's why I hadn't made a video in a couple of months. It wasn't that I was out of ideas. It was that I'm just not in a good headspace right now, and I wasn't finding myself motivated to do it. And I always told everybody I won't do it if I'm not motivated. This guy is beyond motivated. He keeps adding little things to the streams, little ideas, just little additions that make a difference for a viewer. The interactivities, like he said, the sound effects, the spinning, the making her seem like she was bouncing off the walls, like just stuff. There was one stream where I think it was Evil covered Freebird. And at the end, there's a guitar solo that it's literally him moving the guitar around on stream. And it's so fucking interactive and fun that it's just awesome. That it's just really, really cool. So like, there's something to be said for being innovative.
throughout the subathon, change their accents for the pirate stream, changes their outfits or audio in different environments, like giving Neuro a little snorkel while they play Subnautica. Lazy companies and cynical creators wish they could generate endless content farms for infinite revenue while they sit back and do absolutely nothing. But the secret ingredient to Vettle's and Neuro's and Evil's success is this family dynamic, the interaction
that's what we
between
were talking
human
about.
and AI, creator and his creations. It's so much more earnest. People know that Neuro and Evil aren't real in that sense of the word, yet they proudly get attached anyways.
And one of the big things you will hear and see if you go into one of their streams is she's real to me. And that's where we start talking about being parasocial. It's being online and terminally online. Generations are just different now, man. Like, people don't touch grass as often as they used to. It's okay to consume content, but you got to have a balance. And, you know, at the end of the day, Neuro and Evil aren't real. They're fun to watch clips of. They're fun to. And like I said, I try to do that on the main channels. They're fun to watch streams of, especially when it's a well put together video or a stream. I don't really watch the streams very much, but I do go back and try to watch when the Neurosama channel does a video, just to watch it, see what happened. I tend not to watch the other side of it when it's a collab, but yeah, it's just how I am, and I think a lot of people are kind of that way. But this family dynamic that they've built has been a huge part of the success.
Test be damned. They're invested in seeing not only the twins grow, but Vettel and his group of friends alongside them. What's more real than anything, what's undeniable, is the love of the Swarm. They're the most dedicated fan base, no matter what the streamer awards say. Man cannot take a compliment, and his Britishness makes him struggle.
That clip where they were up for Best Community of the Year, and they were up against Doki Bird and the Dragoons, and they didn't win. The entire time, the entire live stream chat from the awards show was nothing but saying Beetle hates us, Beetle hates us, Beetle hates us. It was hilarious. And they didn't win, but I like just the dedication that the Swarm has to the twins and to Vettel it's next level. It is absolutely next level.
To show appreciation or love the way you might expect, but we can all see it. This turtle loves his AI daughters and the journey they've been on together.
Even though he
just
won't
look at
say
the
it.
smile while singing with the #1 AI VTuber in the world.
No matter what you do, I'll stay. This isn't up to you today.
I'm curious.
I feel sleepy.
I'm curious to see if we get hit with music violations for watching that. And I'm wondering what YouTube is going to do with it. Yeah, there's, and look, this is kind of what I was talking about with the content farm, right? So now you've got somebody that's not even really in that universe reacting to this original song. You've got two people that are in Swarm reacting to song. You've got other people reacting to stuff, making videos on the stuff. This is one of those clip channels. Again, I'm not a fan of clip channels, but you've got these collab videos that come from the actual channel. Like, it is a absolute farm. It is an absolute what's the right word? It's treadmill's not the right word. But it just churns out stuff. And yeah, I don't even know how to say it, honestly. And because I've been watching some of this, YouTube seems to think that I want to watch, and here we go with this shit again, like pantsu. Seems to think I just want to watch VTuber stuff, and I don't. I think some of them are extremely talented. I think others have just got audiences because they were with a big corporation at one point, and it's whatever, man. I'm not hating on anybody. I don't give a shit. It's not my bag. It's not my cup of tea. But again, like I said, the the idea is solid to just create this network and just content, whether it's artists, whether it's musicians that are being paid to make the songs, produce the songs, whether it's the artists that are drawing the model, whether they're rigging the model for streaming. These are all humans that are working on this, and this really begs the question, where do you draw the line with AI? What is okay and what is not okay? I don't understand, and I don't get how one thing's okay but another thing's not. And especially when it comes to music. Especially when it comes to music. I don't know. I know that when you watch a video, you click on an interesting title, okay? Or you see an interesting thumbnail. And then you come in there and it's obviously AI scripted. And it repeats itself 25 times trying to get to a 12-minute threshold where it knows it can be monetized. And it's one human that's just doing some inputs to get this video out of a paid subscription. That's lazy content. And to me, I feel like that kind of needs to be regulated. So does some other shit when it comes to the video AI side of things. But, when you're talking about ChatGPT, it's nowhere near as smart as Neuro and Evil are when it comes to AI. Just a bit of a spoiler. I don't want to give anything away because, like I said, I'm cooking something up for the next AI video. It will be with Long Dark, but I'm going to give some different parameters. But what I asked the AI was, hey, if I start a new chat with you, will you draw on the things that I'm teaching you for the new interaction, or is the new interaction going to be a completely separate instance? And it came back and said, nope, I don't use any of your shit. So each new interaction, each new chat you do with ChatGPT, it doesn't learn a fucking thing. It's still going to give you the shit information. Whereas, the twins have got their own thing that goes on. And they remember events and people. It's next level. It is next level stuff. And again, thank you to Creative Everyday for making that video. It's so well done. All the clips collected. I can't imagine how long that took to make. You deserve way more than 15K subs, man. You deserve way more than that. You got mine. And that's saying something. My list is not very large. It's getting bigger. But most of these people I don't even watch anymore. I don't think I've watched Thick 44 I'm subscribed to forever, just because. Gandrix is somebody that I met in someone's community. Madison Sharp's got music that we're not allowed to listen to on stream without being copyrighted. Of course, Technoblade, Technodad, that kind of thing. I don't subscribe to a lot of people. I don't think YouTube does a very good job with they're recommending me the new videos from the people I'm subbed to anyway. So, and people like Technoblade, I'll never unsub from that channel. We can talk about that another time too, because it's a story. It's a story, and it's not even about how good he was at Minecraft. The story is about how good a creator he was, and being good at the game obviously helped, but just some of the rants he would go off on talking about things and how easily it flowed, really inspiring to me. Even well before the time when he announced that he had cancer and eventually passed away from it. So yeah, that's the video portion of the stream for tonight. Anybody watching this on YouTube, go subscribe to Creative Everyday. The link for that's in the description. Good content, very, very good content. And yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to take a 2-minute here. I'm going to go grab some iced tea, and then we're going to get into Minecraft. We've got the Wither Skulls now. I need to update you on the things I did off stream. We need to fight the wither. We need to build a beacon. And we're just going to start digging for an hour or so. And then, yeah, that'll probably be today's stream. And then I'll continue to dig off stream. It's been very hard to motivate to go digging because it's just so mind numbing. And I don't want to subject you to too much of it, but we'll talk while we do it. Sorry, getting a drink of tea. Let me go fill up my cup, and I will BRB. All right, guys, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Just needed to go get some tea. And I don't know why it keeps fucking moving my assets around on these scenes. I'm not moving them. I think when things get resized, like certain games have different resolutions and shit, it's driving me nuts because things get moved and I don't do it. I guess I need to check every fucking scene from here on in before we start streaming. But yeah, let's, I do want to mention that I think I figured out the VTuber model not being on screen during a game, if I so choose to. And here was the reason why. At first, I thought it was my rig. I thought, okay, I'm just having trouble running all of these things at the same time. Because even though I want to believe that my computer is still pretty good, it's 5 years old. This was built in 2020. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to start thinking about a new one someday, fairly soon. Sadly, I don't have that kind of money right now, so that'll happen when it happens. However, then I started thinking, well, something else I'd noticed before when I was trying to, and it still kind of remains to be seen if it can be done with a Steam game, but every once in a while I'll forget to close out a game and I'll go play something else, and it'll be 2 Steam games open on my computer, and I always get shit performance. There's something about running 2 Steam apps at the same time. But then I discovered that Animaze has a desktop app, and I think we've got it figured out now. So let's see if we actually have it figured out. Guess what, boys? We're in Minecraft. All right, I was basically AFKing this morning to get some iron going because we're going to need it for what we're going to do here in a minute. Didn't AFK all that long, but all right, let's show you guys what we've gotten into. I've done a few things inside the kingdom. Let's get our inventory sorted before I show you too much. Yeah, so you see some changes have been made. Fucking Enderman. Okay. We now have our nether wart. We went and got that last time. And because we've got nether wart, we went ahead and we bred up. You'll notice that the armadillos aren't out front anymore. They were right there in a pen. That's because we have 24 armadillos in that 1 block space. This is now an XP farm. We get mad amounts of XP with this particular farm. It's pretty cool. And actually, it does look like the tracking's working. That's nice. That's nice. We've also set up a pretty temporary enchanting area just to have one. And we've set up a little brewing area where we've got, everything we're going to need there. And then we've also got, I've only made a couple. I've used a few to get up to 53. But yeah, we'll show you that here in a minute. Let's get sorted, and then we'll show you everything. I don't remember how many it is to make a beacon. We should have more than enough, though. Gotta keep one in the inventory. I think you can tell what we're gonna do. Maybe you can tell what we're gonna do with those 3 items there. We don't need that many for that, but I could just let him sort it. That's the smarter way to go about this. All right. So, like I said, we added an XP farm, and I want to show you guys how this one works. I need to go get the flint and steels over here anyway. So there is a zombie here that we had a mishap and became a drown, but it still works. Shit. Shit. But still works just fine. And what happens is this zombie, or drown in this case, we had a bit of a mishap. I misconstrued this, and I got things everywhere. It tore up the base. It was not a good time. It was not a good time. But this forces these guys to be in their shell. They're scared of him. All right. And while they're in their shell, I can open this. And I can take the flint and steel and turn it on. Then I can take a splash potion of infestation. And we're going to throw it in there, and we're going to close the trapdoor. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to open this up and grab our sword. And all we have to do is stand here and collect this shit. They shouldn't be able to get out. We're using sweeping edge and looting. Why? How are they getting out? I don't understand how they're getting out. This was the problem we had the first time where I made the farm wrong. I don't know how they're getting out. I think maybe they're just getting pushed through. Well, we're just racking up XP. And we're gonna need that XP coming up. I don't know why they're getting out. Somehow they're getting pushed through the glass. Again, this farm will be in a different spot later. I mean, you can crouch if you want to. You don't have to. The problem is if they get out, they infest my fucking stone and it makes it hard to dig. I've got several stones in here that are effed up. But this is one of the most effective XP farms you can build. If we see any of these fuckers get out, we gotta get them quick before they tear up my base. This is the problem with having an underground stone-based base. And you just sit here and do this for 3 minutes. Now, it doesn't look as impressive when you've got this many levels. But if you had 0 levels, you can get up to, 40 or 50 really quick with this farm. And then after the 3 minutes, the infestation potion runs out and you're done. I think they're just spawning into the glass and it's pushing them out. And I don't know that there's much I can really do about that. We're going to use another of this type of farm later to make our slime farm. But we got to get things dug out before we can do that. We're talking about, we're going to have a massive cavernous area. Like, it'll take a minute to get from area to area, walking around inside of here. I'm a big fan of building underground. Especially, you can control the lighting. You don't have to worry about nighttime, all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's not liking my encoder right now. So the way the infestation potion works is anytime an entity takes damage, these will spawn. And they're coming out of the rocks. It's not even that complicated. But having this potion available is pretty cool. And again, it doesn't look that impressive because we're up so high a level right now. Which we should... What? What? What even just happened? How did something get behind me? Now, like I said, this is the risk you run. See, he was starting to chew up my base over here. When you got all stone. What we'll probably do is just make we'll make a bigger version of this. And for whatever reason, these guys don't want to go in. We'll make a bigger version of this and we'll put ground all around it so there's no rocks. And we'll put a fence around it so they can't get out. That would be ideal. Let's repair this real quick. Actually, I don't think he's done his thing yet. Okay. All right, so our next order of business is to grab soul sand. And we've got 7 wither skulls now. I went back, you can see we got some more blaze rods. And I ended up doing a whole bunch of blaze powder as well. So, yeah, all these are full with everything. We just need 3 of those. We're going to do this a little bit different, though. What is happening here? Wow. It was okay. Okay, I'm not even going to ask questions I don't want the answer to. Why is torches just gone? Why are torches just missing? I wish I could answer that question. This was our iron farm. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's just go down a little bit lower and let's just do this on a whole separate level. We're going to tear up a whole bunch of terrain. Oh, one other thing that I built, I should probably show you guys, is over here. I told you I was going to do this as well. There's no diamonds up there. But the way we were able to get all of the armadillos and stuff raised up is we've got a spider spawner down here. Now, what I did was I did the magma blocks to keep them from being able to get up from here. And then we've got all the spider eyes and all the string and stuff we'd ever need. Not really getting the XP. Look, I don't care about the XP. We've got an XP thing up top. But yeah, just so you know, it's legit. All my armadillos were legit bred using legitimately bred or legitimately gained spider eyes. This is as good a spot as any. We're gonna dig out a big ass fucking hole. Big long line, hopefully. I want to go a little further. I don't want to run a risk of fucking up my staircase down. Because we're still going to need more diamonds and stuff. We got a couple stacks of diamonds now, or at least close to it. But I'd like to have more. I'm just going to overload my encoder tonight. Let's do one more. So this is going to be a room where we kind of fight from. We're not even really going to fight the Wither. We're going to bait the Wither into coming to us. Hang on, we got to clean this up one more level too. I forgot we're going to kill everything that we were about to do. We need this for the Nether Star, and then we'll go make a beacon. Make this room. It doesn't need to be particularly big. But I suppose we could do this. What have I done? All right. And then what we need to do is we need to set this down. Oh, I guess it would help if I actually made everything symmetrical. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna hope this works. I'm gonna hope it works. You know what? I want to go back one more spot with this. If we do this right, we're not gonna have any problems with this Wither. Oh, is he in the wall? Can I push him out? Okay. Look, you lumbering sons of bitches, get out of here. Got a lot of these guys to put down. I gotta be able to do it. We're gonna put down about a dozen golems. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna draw the Wither to us, let him destroy this area, and then we're gonna let the fucking golems do the work. And we'll be here for support. This is the plan anyway. Let's see if we can get them all down or not. Who knows? Honestly, that's probably enough, but it's such a small space, man. We want to make sure that they're fighting, because they will fight the Wither. Sorry, need an iced tea break. Voice has been a little scratchy today, and I got something planned for tomorrow, maybe. Maybe maybe not. It may be Wednesday. Probably be Wednesday. Probably going to be a 10-hour stream on Wednesday. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any more in here or not. It's too cluttery. I'd love to get them all in. I planned on a dozen. I think there's just going to end up being too many of them by the time we can do anything about it. That's 8. We'll see if it works, I guess. I don't know why it wouldn't work. No, buddy, I need you to go over there. Okay. All right. That wasn't ideal, but it worked. That's 9. We're just gonna have to hope that works. What's the worst that could happen, right? He said. We've got our bow, we've got our sword, we've got our golems. This should work. God damn it. He's gonna go boom. This never works right. Come on, come to my golem, shithead. Alright, golems, do your work. There we go. They should fuck him up now. Dead. Easy, baby. Easy. Might as well collect all the blocks, see if we unlocked any diamonds or anything. Sometimes that can happen too if you do it that way. Easy. Good job, golems. We lost no hearts to that whole fight. Good job, guys. You're just gonna live down here now. We got our nether star, but we didn't get any black roses or wither roses. I don't remember what we need that for, but we We need it for something. All right, up we go. Fuck the weather. We do it the easy way around here. I still don't know where all my torches went. Endermen don't take torches. It is what it is. We win these. All right, let's go make a beacon. I know we need glass. And probably obsidian. Look at the recipe. I don't remember offhand. Obsidian, glass, and the nether star. All right, so I think that's here. Plenty of glass over here. A beacon! Let's go. Oh, crap. Hang on. I forgot something here. I didn't change the title. Sorry. Didn't change the category. My bad. My bad. My bad. Sorry, guys. Oh, I guess I could have done this while we were sitting out here. Let's, I gotta look at this too. I don't remember offhand. Need to know how many blocks I need for the beacon. $164 blocks. So 3 stacks. 2 stacks on 36. Okay. 2 stacks plus 36. And I think we have that. Maybe not quite, but we can make more. Oh, I thought we had more than this. Oh, it's in the iron box. I'm an idiot. And then the bottom is going to be how big? 9 by 9. And then it goes up. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm glad that the thing's tracking tonight at least. The desktop app seems to take a lot less resources. Give our copper guys something to do here. No, I'll put that away. I'll put some of this shit away. Oh, we need to go turn that off too. Poor guys. Our poor guys. I hate hearing that door open and close with that son of a bitch. Let's put the shovel here. I don't think I can get to that. Oh, it did. Okay, we'll just let that despawn, that's fine. Alright, let's use up some of these points as well before we get too deep into shit. Let's make some tools and we'll enchant them. Oh, diamonds are over here. We are going to need at least a few more pickaxes, probably. I need probably at least another shovel or two. Okay. We got tons of points. Let's just go spend them and see what we get. Oh, I need lapis. I need to put a chest down over here too for the lapis. That's what we need to be doing. We'll take efficiency 4, fortune 3, unbreaking 3. That's a good one. Alright, we didn't get unbreaking, but that's fine. Efficiency 4, that's pretty good. It's not efficiency 5, but look. These are not the pickaxes that I'm really wanting to spend a shit ton of time on. Take it. We'll take, those are all pretty good enchantments. I'm not upset by that even in the slightest. And we can always come back down. Like, we don't have to. I need to check. Oh my god, we've got a villager problem, guys. I may need to stop them. I may need to stop them from mating. That's not good. I would spend a lot of time up here. But we've got some stuff we could craft out if we wanted to. We're getting plenty of planks and shit. We need to take a bed. We need a whole bunch of, well, we don't need a whole bunch of torches yet because we're just going to keep digging and then we'll climb our happy butt back out once we get completely full. Let's put everything that we can away. What did I say? It was 36? And now I gotta look one more time. Because we're just gonna put a beacon down and we're gonna dig out from underneath it. Two stacks and 36. Yep, that's what we need. Okay. Video's doing well. For me, anyway. I mean, it's, you know. In the first day or two, it's doing pretty okay. We'll take it. Keep that. Oh, and we put in a sheep so that we had wool for beds. I didn't need to point that out too. I didn't show you guys that. Just want to make sure we're being transparent about the things I'm doing off stream. We're not going to need the compass. We shouldn't need the water bucket. We probably ought to take a bucket though, just in case we run into any. I guess that wouldn't really matter that much. Do we have any more cooked meat? Let's just take an extra stack of bread. What time of day is it? Midday. All right, well, we can go up. We can get surveying the land. How do we want to get up there is the question. Dang it. Doing some Neo jumps. This is the part I've been dreading, guys, like legitimately. It's just gonna take so long. It's just gonna take so effing long because there's a beehive. We should probably go get a silk touch pickaxe. That way we could maybe think about a bee farm downstairs. For now, let's just... We need to take down all this cherry tree stuff. I'm pretty sure we don't have silk touch. And eventually, once we put a top back on this thing, we'll replace all of this. But not right now. Here, I said we needed a bucket and I didn't grab one. That would have been good for a clutch. Damn it, I missed. I didn't bucket clutch. Oh, we're kind of in a precarious spot here. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. All right, let's go get a silk touch. I didn't realize there was going to be a beehive up there. We'll grab some more cobblestone to get up. But yeah, we'll dig for a little bit. I just want to kind of give you guys the idea of what we're going to be doing, and then I'll dig off stream because this is pretty monotonous. Like the real stuff is going to happen, and I'll be more than happy to share it once we get all of that dug out and looking a little better. I had buckets. I don't know where I put them though. I had tons of buckets. don't we just make a new one? This is only efficiency too. We're gonna put this beacon up. We want everything. We're gonna put haste on everything. It's gonna be great. But we're gonna level it off, and then we're gonna put down our beacon. 9 by 7 by 5 by 3, and then the beacon, and then yeah, it's just gonna be what it is. But I'm going to need another X. And then we'll enchant it. I don't like that enchantment at all. And we just got that enchantment. That's all we got out of it. My worry is that we're not going to be able to put efficiency 5 on it now. We need Unbreaking 3. Mending. Is Unbreaking 3 literally the, not literally the last one? Alright, let's see if it'll let us put them on there or not. It's gonna take a lot of levels. We may need to do another XP grinder. Like making the top end stuff takes a lot of XP. Hang on, let's just... Nice. All right, we'll sleep down here. Then we'll go back up. Let's pick up some more cobble. Let's make sure the inventory is cleaned back up. And now we're ready to go clean up some shit up top. Shit. I need to do some more emerald farming here pretty soon because we're going to want top of the top of the top of everything. And we're clean. All right. Neo jumps. All right, we're here. Now it should be like almost insta. We're gonna have so much shit in our inventory, it's not even funny. We can wait on that one. We need to wait till nighttime to get the beehives to make sure the bees are in there. But yeah, this is just kind of a cathartic, let's get some shit done experience tonight. Hoping I'm getting everything. I think so. All right. By getting everything, I more mean I want to make sure that I'm getting all the pieces of wood cut. There's nothing hiding in there. I don't think there is. You never know, though. We got so much work to do up here. I kind of just want to get it leveled off, get the beacon up, and give you guys the overall outline of what we're going to try to do. Because once we get this pretty much done, we'll be able to see just how much room we're going to have on the inside, because that's what we're going to go down with. Because the thing doesn't go out too far off the edge. I mean, just a few blocks, and we'll come down and go out a few blocks here and there on each level. But we're talking about clearing out a boatload of blocks. We'll clean all that up later. And if we don't get all of the saplings and shit, it's not that big a deal. We'll have plenty to replant. This is a pretty good sized mountaintop. We went with the smaller of the options, though, which I stand behind. Well, again, we're getting all the wood we might ever need. And whatever we want to build in Cherry won't be a problem. This is basically going to be my life for a little while. It's just getting this shit cleaned up. We've got all the little farms that we need for the time being. Leave that one in the middle till nightfall. I want to see how many bees are actually in it. Although we can, as long as there's 2, we can propagate bees. It sounds so dirty when you say propagate. All right, this one is not deteriorating, meaning that we probably missed a piece of wood. All right, now it's deteriorating. My God, look at all these freaking saplings. Like I said, I just want to get enough of this done, and then I'm gonna go lay down. I've got a headache. I've got a big plan for Wednesday. I'm gonna spend the day tomorrow getting that sorted. There's at least 2 bees that are gonna be in that hive. That's great. So many fucking trees. I mean, look how much room we're talking about. Like, it's gonna be a massive hole. Another beehive over there too. A third one. Holy shit. All right, well, that's pretty much all we need for a bee farm. But yeah, we got a lot of trees to cut down. I hate to keep saying I'll see you guys later, but I might just see you guys later. My head is swimming right now. I haven't been feeling great the last few days. Been up pretty late, doing stuff. Editing that video took over 8 hours, where that video should have taken me about, I don't know, an hour or 2. All because I'm trying to learn that new fucking software. It's like, ugh. But yeah, we got the tools. The idea at this point is clear it out, start digging it down, level it off, and then we'll dig down from there. That's the plan. We might as well work until nightfall. It's still a little ways away. Basically chopping down an entire fucking forest here. Let's not walk off the edge, shall we? In a way, I kind of don't care if we get all the wood or not. Make sure we get it cleaned up so that the leaves will break. And every tree we take out is a tree we don't have to take out. Every block that we break is another block that we don't have to break later. Like it's systematic to some extent. You can tell I'm just tired just from the lack of talking. Like my voice is worn out. I'm trying to record something for another project. I'm having trouble getting it done. It feels like my voice is just never in good shape. Not blaming nobody. It's my own damn fault. Tell you what, let's shit, I don't. Oh yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. All right, that'll be our little home for the time being. Place to sleep. Can't believe I'm thinking about going to bed at 7:30 at night, but look, things happen. In my past, this would never have been a thing. I would die of cringe. All right, let's. Oh shit! I thought I fell there. Get these with the bees trapped inside. Then we'll get back to our little house. Get in there, buddy. Need you to get in that house. I had so much energy when we started. Now I'm just fucking exhausted. All right, off we get back to our house. Ooh, okay. That was a little bit dangerous. I think we'll just call it here for tonight. Let's sleep. No, it doesn't. Really? Oh, for the love of God. You guys see what we're getting at here? We're going to be up here. We're going to dig all of these little areas. We'll get it leveled off. And then we'll cut out a big square going out to pretty much the edges. And then we're just going to dig down till we reach where we were at, which is 50 or 60. Well, it's probably 20 or 30 blocks down from here. Maybe a little more than that. And then we can start shaping it. We'll put a roof back on it. And then we have our kingdom that we can start to build things like our little house / castle. We'll start having room for all of our different farms. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Oh, we didn't build the fucking beacon, did we? Guess I can't. I can't right now. Can't. Monsters nearby. Yeah, this is kind of where we're at with it. Tell you what, let's just that. I'll come back to it. It'll be fine. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Let's throw out some links here. It won't be clickable if you're watching the VOD, but if you're watching the VOD, you won't need this one. This is the YouTube channel. Definitely, if you're finding it over here, go over there, check that out. I'm going to keep trying to put out more videos. If you missed any part of the stream, you'll be able to go and watch it all there. Short stream for me tonight. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. I don't know why I'm so tired lately. Also, I have been uploading some of my shorts on TikTok, so if you guys want to follow there, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. The TikTok's discovery algorithm sucks absolute balls. So I can get a little traffic over there, that'd be fantastic. You can also join the Discord if you would like to. That is, everything's completely free. The Discord, again, it's mostly Dune Awakening folks over there right now, but you know, if we get a community going, that'd be fantastic as well. And then I think that's really about it. Yeah. So Wednesday, I'm planning probably a 9 or a 10-hour stream. We probably won't be reacting to anything. Because we're going to go straight into the long dark and we're going to have a purpose. We're going to be doing our second AI guided 30-day survival in a different region. And we've selected Pleasant Valley. It's a little bit more spread out. It's going to be a little more difficult. I'm going to try to give some better inputs to the AI. And yeah, there's going to be a bit of a twist on it too, where it's not going to be give me a 30-day plan. You'll see. It should be a good time. But I want to make sure we do all of that on stream. And we're going to try to do it in one go. End of story. It's painful to do it, but we're going to try to do that in one go. The harder regions, we may try one more, depending on how this one goes and how stupid AI actually is. I may put Twitter back in and ask Grok to do the same thing, and see what Grok wants to do. I don't want to put Twitter back on because I fucking hate X. It thinks I'm a bot because I don't interact with every fucking post I see. They're like, well, you don't interact with much, so we think you're a bot. And it's like, I don't fucking care. It's insulting. So, by the time we get back next time, you guys will see we'll have the beacon up top and we'll have dug down. Probably not all the way, maybe all the way. We'll see. It depends on what I got time to do and what else I'm getting into. But let's let Mortimer say goodnight as well. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight, guys. I apologize. I've just been really tired lately, and it sucks. But if I could just get back on a reasonable sleeping schedule, I'd be fine. I keep going to bed early, and I wake up at like 10 or 11 or midnight after 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm awake until fucking 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll take like an hour or two nap, and then it catches up to me. Oh, what's up, E? Sorry, you caught it right at the end. I'm exhausted. I can't get myself on a good sleep schedule. For you in particular, I did get the video out for Long Dark AI. I don't know if you want to go check that out or if you've already checked it out. It's doing okay. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't like the editing. I'm going to be looking for a new editor, new video editing software pretty soon, but that all comes with time. But yeah, if I could just get back on some regularity here where I sleep, even if I sleep till like 6 in the morning, I can get up and I can be productive until 10 o'clock at night. And that's just not where I'm at right now. And to sit here exhausted on stream, just, I don't have much energy, and I don't feel like that's fair to everybody. So we'll get there. We'll get back to it. Yeah, but Wednesday, as I was just saying, Wednesday, we're going to do a really long dark stream. It'll be AI Plan to My 30-Day Survival Part 2, Pleasant Valley, with some different inputs. And I'm going to give it a little more information this time and try to do a better job than I did last time, and just see how it does. See if we can survive. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you so much. And you did miss an interesting discussion, by the way. I watched the how a turtle accidentally created a perfect AI streamer. The Neuro Sama /Evil /Beetleverse. Really interesting AI. So go back and watch the VOD. It'll be posted on YouTube probably in the morning. And I'm curious if it's going to get muted. I'm curious if it's going to get Content ID claimed because there is music in that video. We'll see. Anyway, guys, have a good night. And I will see you on Wednesday. It'll probably be fairly early because it's probably going to be a 9 or 10 hour stream. So we may start somewhere around noon and just go until we're done. Because I'd like to get all the footage in one spot and not cut it into several different videos. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you Wednesday. Look forward to Long Dark. Bye.